Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am finally covering the Love Melissa Michelle palettes. So I featured this in my huge Ulta haul that I did at the beginning of this year, and you guys wanted to see a video on this. Sorry it's taking me so long, but I'm finally here to film my first impression review. So I'm going to show you guys how I did this look, tell you guys what I think of these two palettes, and yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I sounded like a clown just now. Why did I say it like that? But before we jump into the video, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the little bell so that way you are notified of future videos and you officially become part of the Little Flower family. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the tutorial. Okay, so I already have like my face makeup on, my bronzer, my brows done. We're just gonna go straight into using both of these palettes. So let's start with the Love Melissa Michelle Bling on the Glam eyeshadow palette. So here is what it looks like inside, and then we have this little guy that goes there. So we have 9 shadows over here with 3 additional glitter shadows. We have a sponge tip applicator, which actually might come in handy with using some of these pressed glitters in here, like especially this top one. And I typically don't like sponge tip applicators for eyeshadow, but I think with the glitter it's kind of a necessity. And then here at the bottom we have the glitter liquid liner in Dang. So we'll try that out today as well. Ooh, I'm so excited. I did use this once already this week, and originally I had planned to film a video, but I was kind of pressed for time, so I wasn't able to sit down in front of the camera and record for you guys, so I'm gonna do it today. So it's still like sort of a first impression, but not like a real first impression because it's only my second time using this. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts and my little mini review on what I think of this palette. I want to do some swatches. I want to swatch, ew, there's like this gooey sticky thing on here. I can't get it off. Ugh. I don't know if I would use this as an actual liner, but I think just kind of dragging it and brushing it across the lid, I think would be super pretty, like maybe even a cut crease. That's really pretty. There's a close-up of what the glitter liner looks like. So pretty. Now I want to swatch these 3 over here. There are glitter shadows here as well, or like shimmery shadows here on this side of the palette, but these 3 are like kind of off on their own, so I want to see like if they're like super special and different. So we're gonna swatch these 3 right here. So I'm taking the top one, which is Manifest, and this is most definitely a pressed glitter pigment. Oh yeah, that is just like straight up glitter pigment. You're definitely gonna need like some sort of adhesive if you want to use that. The next color is Bro, which kind of feels a little similar, but it's not as like chunky of a glitter, but it is like a chunky glitter still. It's just not as chunky as Manifest. See, I feel like this one you can kind of get away without using like a glitter glue or adhesive, but for the best result I think you might, just to be safe, you might want to use a glitter glue. And then this bottom one, Criss, doesn't even look glittery. It just looks shimmery. Yeah, this is just like a shimmery forest green. So here is a close-up. This is Manifest, which is like the chunkiest of the glitter, and you definitely want to use a glitter glue with this one. This next one is Bro, and again, like I said, I feel like you can kind of get away with using it without a glitter glue. And then this last one is Criss, which is just a regular satin forest green color, so it's not really glittery at all. Since I went ahead and shared some swatches already, I might as well do the 9 over here. So let's just go ahead and go in order. I'll do like 3 at a time. So this first color, Rotor Man, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rotor Man is a matte kind of peachy beige color. And then right next to that we have Boo Bears, which is a matte kind of reddish brown. And then the last one here at the top is called Dude. And this one is like a really pretty satin. So it's like, there's no shimmer, but it has like this really pretty shine to it, and it's super pigmented. Okay, so moving on to the next row, the first shade right here is called 100%, and this is a matte, like pinky mauve color. And then right next to that we have Florida, which is a more deeper kind of purpley mauve. And then lastly, over here at the end, we have Twinsies, which is just like the shade Dude, where it's not shimmery, but it has this really pretty satin shine to it. And this color actually looks like both of these mixed together and just has like that shine to it. And lastly, for the bottom row, starting with Hey Guys, which I can definitely hear Melisa saying in her voice. But this is kind of a chunky, well, no, not really. This is also kind of a satin shimmer color. Has kind of like a pinky champagne color to it. It's not quite like the other two satin colors. This one is a little glittery and shimmery. So that one's a little bit of a different formula, I feel like. And then next we have this matte shade, which is called Oi, and this is more of like a red wine kind of color, or red purple, red wine. And then lastly we have Bestie over here, which is a shimmery mauve color. This was actually pretty dry when I tried to swatch it, like just picking it up in the palette. It felt the most dry. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but also this felt a little bit different than the other two satin shades as well. It's like satin, but it has some shimmer in it as well. So that is what the bottom row looks like. Okay, so we are zoomed in and we are gonna go ahead and begin. I don't know what kind of makeup look I'm going to do yet, you guys. I'm just going to wing it, but I want to figure out a look that I can do to incorporate that glitter liner. So we'll see what we can come up with. I think first I'm going to take the shade, what am I trying to do? I'm not even quite sure. I'm gonna start by taking the shade Florida right here on a big fluffy brush. And I'm going to blend this into my crease and go a little bit high. Wow, that's pigmented. So I'm just using windshield wiper motions and going back and forth to blend this out. And I want to take it pretty high, almost close to the brow bone. But what I'm noticing so far, I like that it's very pigmented and easy to blend out, and there's not really too much dragging or skipping with this color. And it doesn't seem to be like blending splotchy, so that's good. Prior to filming this, I already primed my eyes with my foundation and concealer and powder. I kind of just went over my eyes as I was doing my face, so that's how I primed my eyes before eyeshadow today. So I'm just going to continue to blend that into the crease, and then we'll move on to the next color. I'm going to take the shade Oi right here at the bottom with kind of a standard blending brush. I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to blend this right into the crease. So because we've switched out brushes, to going from like a big fluffy brush to kind of a smaller standard size fluffy brush, the placement of the color is going to be a little bit different. So with that shade Oi, I'm gonna pick that up and just go right into the crease and just blend it the same way I did with windshield wiper motions. But because we switched brushes, it's not going to go up as high. So by doing this, we're just deepening up the crease and just adding more depth and dimension. So it's going to give a more defined look to our crease. And so what you should see is the dark color that we're applying right now, that Oi color. You should see that, and then peeking right above it, you should see the transition color that we first went down with, which was Florida. You should see that peeking through right on top of that crease color. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this Rotoman shade right here was meant to be a brow bone highlight. It seems a little dark for what I would normally use for a highlight color, but we're gonna try it out anyway. So I'm just taking this on kind of a fluffy shader brush. Just gonna pick up some of that, and we're gonna sweep this right under the brow bone. Yes, it is a little darker than what I would go for, but it still works, so it's okay. I think if you have a lighter skin tone than me, it would probably be way too dark to use as a brow bone highlight. So even with that, once I apply like the highlight on my cheekbone, I'm probably gonna drag it up to the brow bone as well, because that's kind of not enough highlight for me. Now, so far I feel like the Oi color didn't blend as smoothly. Like, I mean, it still looks fine, but if you look really close, like right here, well, my fingers are fat, let me get a skinny brush. If you look like right here on my eye, I feel like that looks a tiny bit patchy and like kind of in this area. But I did, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I did use this palette earlier this week and I didn't notice any patchiness. So it might be my brushes, it might be the way I primed and prepped my eyes today. Who knows? So now with a flat shader brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Hey Guys. Going to grab that and I'm going to place this onto the first half of my eyelid. Definitely want to tap this off because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of fallout. And I didn't wet my brush or anything, and that looks really pretty. I feel like if you wet your brush, you can definitely intensify this color. But for this look, I think that's fine. I'm gonna go back just to blend that crease a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Twinsies on another flat shader brush, and I'm gonna place this on the outer half of my lid. And I'm definitely experiencing some fallout with these colors. Twinsies look so pretty, oh my goodness. Ooh, got some major fallout. So with the glitter liner, I'm actually going to put it onto the lower lash line. I think that would be cool. But first I'm going to take a pencil brush and the shade 100%, and I'm going to use this and drag it onto my lower lash line. And the reason I'm doing this is just in case the glitter liner, like the glitter is missing in some parts or something, like you have some color like peeking through, so it's not like completely bare. Okay, so now going in with the glitter liner. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I'm just going to drag this right under my lashes. Oh, I really like how that looks. That's pretty. And I like the applicator because it's nice and skinny, so you can really get right up on that inner corner. I absolutely love that, and I feel like putting glitter on the lower lash line is such an easy way to incorporate glitter without being super technical on your lid. Oh, I didn't even try this little sponge applicator. Let me go in real quick with Hey Guys on the sponge applicator and see if I can get better application with this guy right here. I think so. I mean, hey, that was pretty good. That's not too bad, not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera and do my liner and lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so we have the eyes done. Now we just need to finish up the cheeks and then lips, and then we are done with this look. So for the cheeks, I have the Love Melisa Michelle Bling on the Glam cheek palette. So this was really exciting to see because the first time she collaborated with Ulta Beauty on her own palette, it was just that. It was just a palette, like it was a face palette because there was blush in there, but it was just one palette. This time she has an eye palette and a separate palette for cheeks. So I thought that was really, really exciting. So in here you have two blushes, and one of them, this one, Mahal, was actually featured in the first collaboration she did. So in that palette, that blush is in there. But these three, I believe, are new. So we have another blush, Maganda. And then for the two highlights, we have Lawns and Bubs. So just like the eye palette, I will do swatches for you right now so you can see a close-up of these. So here is the shade Mahal, which is a really pretty blush. I feel like this is such a universal color that will go with any eyeshadow look and any skin tone. Next we have Lawns, which is a really pretty pinky champagne highlight color, but the formula or like texture of it is very chunky, glittery type. So I'm not quite sure how much I'll like really like this. And then next we have Bubs, which is more of a golden tone, and this one is not as chunky as Lawns, so I feel like if this matches like well with my skin tone, I might be wearing this one more. And then last we have the blush, which is Maganda, and this one surprised me. It's a lot pinkier and brighter than it looks in the pan, but that's what it looks like. So you have kind of a darker blush and a lighter blush. So that's what the cheek palette looks like. So I do like the blushes in here. I think both of the highlighters are just a little too chunky glittery for my preference, but let's just go ahead and apply some blush. So I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna start with Mahal, which is the dark one. Look how pigmented. Okay. Just gonna do a light brush of that on my cheeks. I really like this color, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I think that's such a pretty blush color. I'm obsessed with that. So next I'm going to take Maganda, which is the lighter one. I'm going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to focus it mainly on the apples of my cheek. So we have sort of like this gradient with our blush. So it like goes dark to light. And then with this one, I'll put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I love how the Maganda shade, it just brightens up your complexion. It's so pretty. Now let's go in with the highlighters. So I'm gonna start with Lawns here, which is the more pinky champagne. There's a lot of kickback. It's like falling all over my pants right now. I mean, it's pretty, but it is like chunky glitter. It feels and looks like chunky glitter on my cheekbone. So I'm not crazy about the highlight. I'm sorry, I'm not. And let's take a little bit of Bubs and just throw that on top as well. Let's see what that looks like. Just right here. Kind of the same deal. It's just like chunky gold glitter now. Yeah, I have to be honest, I'm not crazy about the highlighter. It's very glittery, but I do love the blush. I'm really obsessed with the blush. I think it's gorgeous, both of them. And I was gonna do this off camera, but I'll go ahead and share it with you. For the lips, I'm gonna take the Pixi Matte Last Liquid Lip in Evening Rose. I have been obsessed with the formula of these. Okay, so we have that on and I'm going to let it dry completely before I top it off with a lip gloss. I know, who am I? I'm really not one to be big into lip glosses, but lately I have been, you guys. That dries actually really fast. So I'm going to top it off with the Too Faced and Jordan Woods High Shine Sparkling Lip Gloss. My voice cracked a little. This is in Social Butterfly. I think this is super pretty and it's super glittery. Lip gloss and glitter, totally not my thing, but I really have been liking it on the lips lately. Not so much as a highlight, but on the lips I have been enjoying the glitter. So I'm going to top this right on top. I just think it's so pretty and it like kind of ties in with all the glitter on our eyes and our cheeks, I guess. This is just super glittery look. I wonder if my hair is good enough to take this out. I tied it really tight, so I kind of have a headache now. But I put this on before starting my makeup because, oh shoot, the back is super messy. Okay. Oh god, okay. I mean, there's some dents that look a little weird, but at least I don't look like a little porcupine now. Alright you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think overall, I think these are great. They have their flaws. There's pros and cons to everything, of course. I think the eye palette is great, especially if you love like the mauve-y purple colors, and if you want to play with a little bit of glitter and add some glam to your look. I think this is a great one to pick up. And then the bling on the Glam, this one is totally like, it's like 50-50 for me because I like the two blushes, I don't like the two highlighters. So it really is like 50-50 for me. But if you are okay with highlighters, because I mean look, that does look pretty, but I just don't like when I look up close I see like these specks of glitter on my face. That's not really the highlighter I typically enjoy. But if that is like your cup of tea and you don't mind that, then I think you would love this palette. I think the blushes are so gorgeous. If she like sold these individually, I would like stock up on them because I think they are so beautiful. And I love that she came out with a glitter liner this time, because I know last time I think she came out with a liquid lipstick, which I loved, but I think the glitter liner is really fun, and I just added it on the lower lash line. I thought it was a nice pop of glam and color, so I enjoyed it. On a scale of 1 to 10 overall, I would rate this probably an 8. So I really did enjoy it, and I see myself grabbing these again to use them. So I do like these and I would recommend them. If you guys have tried either of these palettes, make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't heard of Love Melissa Michelle, Where have you been? I'm gonna leave her linked below. Go check out her channel. Give her lots of love. She is an OG YouTuber that I have been watching and been friends with for so long. I absolutely adore her. So go give her some love on her channel, and I will leave a link below if you guys want to pick these up as well. You can find them at Ulta Beauty, and they're super affordable, you guys. So definitely check it out if you're interested and you liked how this look turned out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!